Hi, Tara. I'm just waiting here, giving a couple of minutes for people to arrive. So we'll get started in just 2 or 3 minutes. Hi, Elizabeth. Happy New Year. I am going to give a couple minutes for people to show up, and then we'll talk about starting off the new year with some gratitude and some ways to do that. So to start off the new year, I think one of the biggest tools is gratitude. And gratitude is something that can happen in any moment, but we aren't always prone to looking for the things that we can be grateful for. So it's a habit that we can develop on our own. Gratitude, like I talked about it in the stressless Christmas of like having that joy journal or a gratitude journal of writing things down, and that's a really it's still a very valid way to do it and to pursue keeping track of your joy, your gratitudes, and even starting small. Like, so I had a friend that we were talking at Thanksgiving and talking about things we were thankful for and stuff, and she said to me, "I'm thankful for indoor plumbing." And I kind of looked at her a little funny at first, and then I thought about it more, and I was like, yeah, me too. I'm thankful for indoor plumbing because the alternative is not my favorite idea. And like, gratitude can be as simple as, I'm thankful for indoor plumbing. Something that makes my life better, something that I don't think about on a daily basis. But if we take time to appreciate the little stuff, it's a lot easier to appreciate the things, the big things, or the things that are hard and what they're teaching us. And we can be thankful for the things that are teaching us. Things like courage when we're trying something new. It's scary to try something new, and we can sometimes focus so much on the fear of it that we forget to be thankful for the way it makes us grow, the way it makes us step outside our comfort zone, because we can't grow if we don't step outside our comfort zone. So, look at gratitude and starting the year off right of finding both sides of things, meaning like, for example, my son, he broke his glasses the other night. This 5-year-old boy is wrestling with the dog, and the glasses didn't make it through the wrestling match. And at first, I was obviously disappointed and sad and frustrated because broken pair of glasses was not part of the plan. And I could scold him and be upset with him because he broke his glasses. And this isn't the first time that he's broken his glasses. Like, he's had them 6 months, and this is the second time they're broke. But he's 5. He's a boy. He was having fun. He broke his glasses. So it happens. I can be grateful for 2 things. 1, my son wasn't afraid to come tell me he broke his glasses because he knows it's safe to talk to me. So I'm thankful for that. That's the type of relationship I want to have with him. And so seeing that as proof that, yeah, it sucks. The glasses are broke and that sucks. But that was proof that my son trusts that he can come tell me anything, even when he makes a mistake. So we talked about, okay, well, we don't want glasses to break all the time, right? And he agreed. What can we do differently? And we problem solved. Hey, he can take them off before he does things like playing sports or wrestling with the dog, and he made a list of things that he would take them off before he did them and where he would put them when he took them off, so we always knew where they were at. And I was really proud, like, okay, we're working through this. And then my husband and I talked about it. What are we gonna do with the glasses? So we super glued them back together, but my husband was we need, he and I both have contacts, so we're used to the idea of having glasses. And he talked about always having the backup pair. The last pair that you wore, you had as backup. Well, this is Quinn's first pair, so we don't have a backup pair right now. And my husband said, let's get a backup pair, because then this isn't stressful for us because we have a plan for it and we're doing things differently. And I can be grateful for the fact that 1, my husband has a plan. 2, we can talk about it openly and communicate clearly. No one's blaming anyone. It just happens. And now we're making solutions to what happened. And I'm thankful for every one of those solutions. So can the fact that his glasses sucked coexist with the fact that I can be grateful for all of these positive things that came out of his glasses breaking? Yeah, all of that can happen in the same thing. I can feel disappointed and sad and know that it sucks that his glasses broke, and also be grateful that my son learned a lesson. He knows his plan for doing it differently next time. My husband and I communicated clearly, and we have a new plan for how to help our son in the future with his glasses. And all of that coexists because gratitude allows us to have both. We can be thankful for the good parts while the negative is still happening. I'm not doing away with the negative. It still exists. It's still there. But the positive can happen at the same time. It's just like a battery. A battery has a positive and a negative all the time. That's how it exists, with positive and negative. So can we. Positive and negative don't have to be opposites in terms of clashing with each other. They can be companions that sit next to each other. And it gives us a broader view of the big picture of the situation. We have balance when we look at it with both lenses and make the best decisions possible for us in those moments. So gratitude, learning to have gratitude, and also, the balance in the way that we look at things and perspectives, and finding both sides of the coin when we're looking at things that are happening for us this coming year. So that's one example, but also a really big tool for starting out your new year with a new habit of finding that gratitude in every situation and balancing it out. It's really easy to find the negative. We're somewhat prone to it in society. So balancing it out with that gratitude is essential to giving us a full picture, both positive and negative, and allowing us to grow in that situation. So that's one tool. So I'm going to look down here at my notes here. So another tool that I would encourage you to use to start off the year right is making a list of quotes. We share them all the time on Facebook with the memes and things and inspirational quotes and motivational things. Start writing them down. Make a list or copy and paste them into your notes section of your phone or something, so that you have ones that you connect with, and make a list of quotes. So you look at them every day or every few days. You pick one out and print it out, put it up so that it's your inspiration, it's your motivation for this year. Pick something that motivates you. It doesn't have to be a New Year's resolution necessarily of I have to get to this goal by this time at this amount, whatever. Give yourself motivation in quotes and inspirational things that keep you going through. Hey, this moment sucks. I need to get back on track. I need to refocus. Well, what quote does that for you? Is it a list of quotes that helps you get back on track to the focus you want to have for 2023? Give yourself those tools now so that when the shitty stuff happens, you have tools in place to help you get back on track and where you want to go. So list of quotes is really great. Just start writing them down as you see them. As people share them and stuff. Occasionally I'll like screenshot them and I'm like, oh, I can't write this down right now, so I'm going to screenshot it and I have it in my pictures and I can go back to it and gather them up and keep them together where I can review. These could go with your daily affirmations. That would be a really great place for quotes and inspirational things that when you need a minute, you take a deep breath, you read one, you say it out loud, and it helps you refocus and remind your brain, hey, we're going to think like this. We're going to focus on how, where we want to go in life, where we want to be, who we want to be, how we want to react, whatever it is. Like, that's the beauty of it, is you can adapt it to you and where you're at and what your goals are and what you're reaching for. It could be health, could be, relationship, it could be your mindset. It really isn't limited to an area. There is quotes and inspiration for everything that you're working towards. So last idea that I'm going to throw out there, I have this journal that I love so much, and it kind of gives me direction, which is good. Occasionally I sit and look at my blank page and go, where do I start? So this was a really great one. So it says, start out by writing down the things that make you feel like crap. Use a pencil or a light colored writing utensils to do this. So make yourself a list of things that make you feel like crap. These are the downers, these are the negatives, these are the things you struggle with, and write it down. Because a couple of things happen there. Emotionally, you're releasing them from your body, which is good, because the more you release from your body that's negative, the less that hangs out in there. So it's a good exercise in emotional release to write all the negative things down. You're getting them out. It may cause an emotional reaction. Like making this list could make you angry. It could make you sad. It could make you cry. That's okay. That's part of the activity. It allows you to release those negative thoughts, feelings, and stuff that drags you down. But make sure that you do it in like a light colored pencil, because the second step of this activity is to now use a bright colored pencil, gel pens, bold markers, something that you really like and that is bold. And write over the crappy things with the things that make you feel super thrilled. The things that bring you joy, that build your confidence, that build you up, your goals, where you want to be, and take a few minutes to focus on those bright colors and the positive words that you chose. Don't pretend that the bad ones aren't there. They still exist, just like I talked about a little bit ago. The negatives still exist over here, but you're balancing it out with the positive and creating a visual of how your positive is bigger and bolder than your negative. And you're letting yourself bring those positive ones to the forefront. Like you're practicing bringing that positive stuff on top of the negative to the front. This is what my focus is going to be, because I'm writing right over the top of the crappy stuff with the bold lettering, and this is what I'm going to focus on. So this is a bit of an activity that reinforces what I talked about just a minute ago of looking at both sides. Those can coexist. Those lists still exist there on the page, but you're literally giving yourself a visualization of, I'm putting the positive on top of the negative. I'm not eliminating the negative, it still exists, but I'm choosing to focus on the positive, and this is what the positive is. And again, you're using your senses then, because you're reading it, you're writing it, you're hearing yourself say it. All of those are your senses, and that's how we rewire our brain to focus in on what we want and how we want to be. Using your five senses allows you to rewire your brain that way, so you're focusing on what you really want to think like, who you want to be. Like that positive list that goes on top of the negative can totally be, what's present right now as a positive, but also the positive you want to create. Who do you want to be? You want to be brave, kind, courageous. You want to reach a goal at work or with family, whatever it is. There isn't a wrong answer to that. but make it positive and allow yourself to focus on it, to rethink. We're putting the negative aside so we can focus on the positive, because that propels us forward. So I want to know what things you are looking forward to in 2023. Tell me, go ahead and post in a group if you feel comfortable doing it. Posting like what you're going to implement in terms of starting off your new year for a positive result. You could put your goals down if you would like, or even as simple as, I'm going to pick one of these things and do this activity, because 1% better is still progress. So focus on that 1% every day. Yes, growing your business and being present with your kids are great goals. Elizabeth, I love to hear that. You are making a difference for other people, which I know builds you up, and also being present is vital. It's also something to be grateful for. The things that you can see in a present moment, those are some of my most vivid memories when it comes to being a mom, are the moments that I chose to be present with my son. And the things that you can find to be grateful for in those moments is phenomenal. So that is an awesome goal, and I encourage you to pursue that every day. So, Happy New Year, everyone. I truly hope that you have a fantastic 2023. Thank you for being on this journey with me. This is an adventure and a journey for me as well as it is for you. I hope to hear and see your growth throughout this year as much as my own. I hope to be able to look back at this and say, hey, I improved in so many ways in not only sharing with you, sharing my story, sharing resources, growing this business, but things that I was able to do in myself and continue to grow my family. So I look forward to being able to share all of those things throughout the year. Have a great New Year's Day, and look for more stuff this week. We will be more back on track after the holidays for regular posting and live streaming weekly, which it's today's Sunday because of holiday and everything, but live streams will start to be on Saturdays moving forward after you guys voted for the weekends. That's what I was able to work out. So Saturdays will be live streams moving forward. So hopefully we can get more of you here live and have discussions and questions and answers and things like that too. So I look forward to chatting with you guys in the group. Have a great day.